Now we come to Sutta number 17, Vanapattha Sutta, Jungle Thickets. Thus have I heard, on one occasion, the Blessed One was living at Savatthi in Jeta's Grove, Anathapindika's park. There he addressed the monks thus, Monks, Venerable Sir, or Bhante, they replied. The Blessed One said this, Monks, I shall teach you a discourse on jungle thickets. Listen and attend closely to what I shall say. Yes, Venerable Sir, the monks replied. The Blessed One said this, Hear, monks, a monk lives in some jungle thicket. While he is living there, his unestablished mindfulness does not become established. His unconcentrated mind does not become concentrated. His undestroyed taints or asavas do not come to destruction. He does not attain the unattained supreme security from bondage. And also the requisites of life that should be obtained by one gone forth, robes, arms, food, resting place, and medicinal requisites, are hard to come by. That monk should consider thus, I am living in this jungle thicket. While I am living here, my unestablished mindfulness does not become established. My unconcentrated mind does not become concentrated. My undestroyed taints or asavas do not come to destruction. I do not attain the unattained supreme security from bondage. And also the requisites of life are hard to come by. That monk should depart from that jungle thicket that very night or that very day. He should not continue living there. Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha is saying that if a monk stays in a certain place and he strives on the spiritual path, but he is not making progress, his unestablished mindfulness does not become established. His mind does not become concentrated, and it does not destroy the asavas. The asavas refers to the uncontrolled mental outflows, basically the flow of consciousness, because consciousness is that which creates the world. So, and also the requisites are hard to come by, difficult to get. For example, if a monk stays in a jungle place full of snakes and mosquitoes and creepy crawlies, and it's very difficult to practice, so he's not making progress, and also because he's staying so deep in the forest, very difficult to get requisites. So the Buddha says he should leave that very same day or night. Don't stay there. Here, monks, a monk lives in some jungle thicket. While he is living there, his unestablished mindfulness does not become established. His unconcentrated mind does not become concentrated. His undestroyed taints do not come to destruction. He does not attain the unattained supreme security from bondage. Yet the requisites of life that should be obtained by one gone forth are easy to come by. That monk should consider thus, I am living in this jungle thicket. While I am living here, my unestablished mindfulness does not become established. My unconcentrated mind does not become concentrated, etc. I do not attain the unattained supreme security from bondage. Yet the requisites of life that should be obtained by one gone forth are easy to come by. However, I did not go forth from the home life to homelessness for the sake of robes, arms, food, resting place, and medicinal requisites. Moreover, while I am living here, my unestablished mindfulness does not become established. My unconcentrated mind does not become concentrated, etc. Having reflected thus, that monk should depart from that jungle thicket. He should not continue living there. I stop here for a moment. So here, the monk stays in a particular place, and he gets a lot of requisites. However, he's not making progress. For example, if he stays in a town monastery, and there's plenty of support from the lay people, he gets plenty of robes, plenty of good food, and stays in an aircon room, etc., having a good life. But he cannot progress on the spiritual path. Then the Buddha says he should depart. Not necessary to depart the same day, but he should depart soon. Now to continue. Here, monks, a monk lives in some jungle thicket. While he is living there, his unestablished mindfulness becomes established. His unconcentrated mind becomes concentrated. His undestroyed taints come to destruction. He attains the unattained supreme security from bondage. Yet the requisites of life that should be obtained by one gone forth are hard to come by. The monk should consider thus: I am living in this jungle thicket. While I am living here, my unestablished mindfulness has become established. I have attained the unattained supreme security from bondage. Yet the requisites of life are hard to come by. However, I did not go forth from the home life into homelessness for the sake of robes, arms, food, resting place, and medicinal requisites. Moreover, while I am living here, my unestablished mindfulness has become established, etc. I have attained the unattained supreme security from bondage. Having reflected thus, that monk should continue living in that jungle thicket. He should not depart. I'll stop here for a moment. So here, this monk is staying in the jungle, where it's very difficult to get the requisites, maybe insufficient food, not much food, or not so good quality food, and the other requisites also hard to come by. But he's making progress. For example, if a monk stays in the hills and are supported by the hill tribes, there the offerings of the requisites are not so good, but because he is in a very lonely place, he's making progress. Then the Buddha says he should continue staying there. Here monks, a monk lives in some jungle thicket. While he is living there, his unestablished mindfulness becomes established. His unconcentrated mind becomes concentrated. His undestroyed taints come to destruction. He attains the unattained supreme security from bondage. And also the requisites of life that should be obtained by one gone forth, robes, arms, food, resting place, and medicinal requisites, are easy to come by. That monk should consider thus: I am living in this jungle thicket. While I am living here, my unestablished mindfulness has become established. I have attained the unattained supreme security from bondage. And also the requisites of life are easy to come by. That monk should continue living in that jungle thicket as long as life lasts. He should not depart. So this fourth one, this monk stays in this jungle place. The requisites are quite well provided, and also he makes progress on the spiritual path. Then the Buddha says that is the ideal. Stay there until the end of life. Don't go anywhere. And then the Buddha repeats the same four things, four conditions for different places. Here monks, a monk lives in dependence upon a certain village. And again these four conditions. He stays in a certain village and he does not progress, and the requisites are hard to come by. Then he should depart the very same day. And then secondly, he stays in a certain place, in a certain village. He does not progress, but there is plentiful supply of requisites. He should still depart. Third, he stays in a place where the requisites are not much, but he is making progress. So the Buddha says he should continue staying there. Fourth, he stays in this village and he is making progress, and the requisites are also easy to get. And the Buddha says you stay there until the end of life. Similarly, here a monk lives in dependence upon a certain town, the same four conditions. Here a monk lives in dependence upon a certain city, also the same four conditions. Here a monk lives in dependence upon a certain country, again the four conditions. So here these are all talking about a place. What is a suitable place for a monk? So according to the sutta here, what is a suitable place for a monk is where he makes progress. Ideally, if he makes progress and he gets a lot of requisites, that is ideal. And the sutta continues. Here monks, a monk lives in dependence upon a certain person, that means a certain teacher, certain acharya or achan. And then as before, he lives in dependence upon a certain teacher, and he does not make progress, and also the requisites are hard to come by. And then the Buddha says that monk should depart from that teacher without taking leave. He should not continue following him. And the second teacher, here monks, a monk lives in dependence upon a certain person, a certain teacher, and then staying there, he does not make progress, but plenty of requisites. Having reflected thus that monk should depart from that person after taking leave, he should not continue following him. And the third one, here monks, a monk lives in dependence upon a certain person, a certain teacher, and he makes progress, but the requisites are hard to come by. Having reflected thus that monk should continue following that person, he should not depart. Number 4, here monks, a monk lives in dependence upon a certain teacher, and then he makes progress, and also the requisites are plentiful. That monk should continue following that person as long as life lasts. He should not depart from him, even if told to go away. That is what the Blessed One said. The monks were satisfied and delighted in the Blessed One's words. So this sutta is again another very practical sutta. The first part is telling you what is a suitable place to stay. If you stay in a certain cave or a certain forest or in a certain secluded place, and you are making progress, the Buddha says continue staying there. But if you are not making progress, then leave, the Buddha says. Similarly, if you follow a certain teacher and you make progress, then you should stay with him. Even if he chases you away, also you you don't run away. Kicks you out of the door, so you crawl back. But if you are not making progress, then even though he asks you to stay, you should leave. So that is the Buddha's teachings. So it is a very clear where to stay, what teacher to follow. Whether I have time to do another sutta, let's try. So it's quite long.